Hello, camera people.
Hello, I am Forrest.
I'm Matthew. And we're gonna this way. Okay. Is the camera not on the square?
No, it is, but you are not.
I'm not. Okay, cool. Cool.
You guys are both fine.
Cool. How's it going, Pete? So this is a midnight pre-release for Ravnica Allegiance.
So if we stop making sense, it's because it's midnight.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
D20. That sounds good.
The Showstopper is my promo.
Nice.
So I got the Guild Leader,
Nice.
which is awesome.
I get a big smashy worm that's gonna eat a bunch of birds, I guess. No, those are griff. That's a griffin. Those are the hippogriff.
And then along with that, we've got 5 regular packs. So who knows? Maybe he'll get Rakdos and I'll get a big Smashy Worm.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start by opening my Guild pack, which has
A lot of Rakdos cards.
a lot of Rakdos cards.
A bunch of Gruul cards. So you're gonna see a bunch of red cards apparently.
Yeah.
Looks like
We're both going to have a Locket,
yeah, every kid
And a
has
Guild
a
Mage.
locket.
I'm guessing. Ooh, light up the stage. That is an amazing card that I want to play in Standard.
Yeah.
So Skewer the Critics. I actually want to play both of them in Modern too.
Yeah.
And then I got some bad stuff and some sweet stuff. Ooh, I love Blade Juggler.
Nice.
And we're just gonna have a Guild Gate as
Yep.
well.
So every pack has the
That is a
promo,
sweet Guild
locket, and Guild Gate. Just a door.
Yeah.
Yep. It certainly
What's the flavor text?
old turf, powerful turf. Much good blood spilled here by Rurikthar, who is actually not in the set.
Yeah, because Domri took over.
Yep.
Spoiler alert.
It's actually the only guild gate where they screwed up the pattern of having the guild leader and the second in command on the 2 guild gates, except for Gruul. Rurikthar is not the second in command. It
Are you
is
sure?
Nikia of the old ways.
Oh, that makes sense. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I've got cards I wanted.
Oh, anything cool in it?
I got a big smashy worm, and he
I-
got a big smashy demon.
I got a big flippy demon.
Oh, big
Yeah.
flip it, demon.
Am I allowed to flip actual coins?
Yeah, dude. I don't see why you wouldn't.
I also got a blade juggler, so I'm gonna need some knives at some point. Two juggling. I'm gonna start opening my next one. I'm not a huge fan of the lockets myself,
Yeah.
especially not in our 2 guilds. Maybe in yours more than mine.
Yeah, if I'm trying to ramp
Yeah.
or color fixing, they're fine, but
I want to go more aggro.
Yeah.
I might try to splash green or something.
I've never really been a fan of the lockets. They always seem a bit slow.
Concordia Pegasus. I misread Spear Spewer. I didn't see that it dealt it to both player when I first read it, and I thought, oh, that
Yeah.
card's amazing. And I'm like,
It's
still good.
It's still good for spectacle.
Yeah,
Especially as a 1-drop.
Yeah, 1 drop that always turns it on and just constantly pings you.
Yeah.
This is a bit expensive for what ends up being draw 2 with good filtering. I really like Strict Veteran. I like Play quite a lot. Imperious Oligarch's great. Active Treason, there's not as many stack outlets
Yeah.
that will be able to trigger it, because there's a card hopefully I'll come to later. Final Payment's a good choice, though. Clear the Stage, it's nice. Spirit of the Spires, Wall of Lost Thoughts.
So as with last set, every booster pack comes with a guild gate instead of a basic land. So they're fixing.
I got a Deputy of Detention, which is a card I just like in
Nice.
general, but not one I think I'm going to play probably. You
I
got...
hit it off the collector company. I got Awaken the Erstwhile. Each player discards all the cards in their hand that makes that many 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. So
I think that card's super sweet.
Super
but it's
sweet.
hard to build.
Yeah.
And not great for
you have to make sure you're playing against the right opponent. Like against control, it's really good because then they don't have any more counter spells if they discard their hand.
But you lost your hand too, so it's
Yeah, but you get a bunch of
trade-off.
2/2s and they don't.
It's great if you explore a bunch of lands to your hand.
Oh yeah.
Next up, I also got an Ooze token, now Sphinx token.
Good luck, we're all counting on you.
Yep. Thank you. And that there was Matt Farney, our awesome judge in there.
Yep. Oh, it's a zombie for each card discarded.
Yeah.
I thought it was for each creature
No,
discarded.
no,
Okay.
card.
Okay.
Quench, which is just better revolutionary rebuff,
Yep.
which has done me work before. Another Pegasus. Another Spear Spewer. Styroform Hybrid, which is solid 2-drop.
All the adapt creatures are pretty good just as late
Yeah.
game mana sinks.
Undersea Scavenger was interesting. The only time I've seen it played.
Got a dominate emblem.
Oh, I got it really excited for you.
Yeah.
Oh, you got Hero Princess 1, which I love.
So 2 mana, 2/2. When you cast a multicolor spell, make a 1/1 white human creature token. Notably, it does not have lifelink like all the 1/1s from the last set, but it's still pretty good.
Look at some great Rakdos ones here.
Yeah, nice.
And then Mirror March, which maybe I'll play for fun. Which, hey, if I want to play Flip Coin Tribal, whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, flip a coin until you lose. For each flip, create a token copy of it, and it gets haste.
So
Exiles it in turn.
this card, Frenzied Arynx,
That's sweet.
is a really good card because it's either a 4 mana 4/4 or a 4 mana 3/3 with haste, and has trample, and it's also got a pump ability. So
Yeah, that card is great.
yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this cleaner and do what you're doing.
In general, in limited, you want to play the riot cards with the plus and plus encounter instead of the haste, because that'll be better off in the long run. But there are always situations where the haste will be better.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played a few seals online and have found myself
Rick Smotty,
trying
right?
to find that. That is a card I wish I had opened.
Is it good if I don't pay the spectacle cost? 2 mana, 2/2. When it enters
Yeah.
the battlefield, discard a card, then draw a card.
See, it's just above
Alright.
average.
Yeah, it's still a 2 mana, 2/2. But if
you,
you pay,
may discard a card, right? Or is it you have to?
No, it's mandatory. So if you play it with an empty hand, you just get a draw card.
Do I really only open 2 green cards? That can't be right.
Oh. Well, I mean,
If you're
you
not
got
playing
like 2
green,
packs.
then
You got like 2 packs left.
Yeah. No, I've got a bunch of packs left. I've only opened 2 packs, but still, that's very few. Rest of Zeal, Rubble Slinger, which is kind of a hybrid green-red. I'll probably put it with the red cards. Another Quench. You're going to be way ahead of me. King card. Dead Revels, which I like that card, but I don't think it's as good as I think it is. Rafter Demon, I thought had flying at first, and it's so much worse without it.
Yeah.
It would be busted if it had.
enters battlefield. If its spectacle cost was paid, each opponent discards a card.
And it costs 1 more when you
Yeah.
spectacle it, so it's
So it's a 4 mana
honestly
4/2. Yeah.
okay. It's
Font of Agony. Whenever you pay life, put that many blood counters on it. You pay 2 mana, remove 4 blood counters, and destroy target creature. It's really good if there's enough ways to actually pay life in limited.
but there aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a constructed plan. Gatebreaker Ram is actually really cool.
Yeah.
Apparently people are thinking about, ooh, Gutterbones. Sorry, I'm just going to stop everything else I was saying and say
Yeah.
Gutterbones. Yeah. And the Orzhov Guildgate I've been hoping for.
Notably,
'cause-
Font of Agonies does work with both fetch lands and shock lands.
Yeah. You know what I should do? Put that on my shadow deck.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So, anyone who wants to brew in Modern, or even Legacy.
What?
You can brew in Legacy, right?
Yeah, you can brew in any format.
Thrash and Threat. How good is that card? 2 mana instant, target creature you control deals damage equals power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. So that's really good.
So it's fight.
Yeah.
But without the
One-sided
downside.
fight.
Without the downside.
Yeah. And at instant speed.
Yeah.
The other side is 4 mana, make a 4/4 green and red beast with trample, which looks like this guy. So I'm definitely
Hey,
going to be
nice.
playing that if I'm.
Goblin Gathering is a really cool format if you get a bunch of them, because
Yeah.
you get 2/1/1 goblins, but you get 1 more for each card named it in your graveyard.
Definitely better.
you get, like, 3 or
in
4.
Draft, where you can actually pick up a bunch of them.
In my first sealed, I had 3 of them, so I played them,
Nice.
and they were solid. It's also a great combo with +2/+0 until end of turn.
Yeah.
Instant Burn Bright, which I didn't even realize was in the set until the next seal I did, when I actually opened it.
And any sort of sack effects like the 2 mana draw 3 cards if you sack a creature.
This card is great, Aeromunculus, but nowhere near my color.
Yeah.
Sunder Shaman is just solid, 5/5 for 4,
But
that
double
can destroy
green,
stuff.
So
Yeah, I'm not going to be playing it. Warrant Warden is an amazing card to construct it.
Thank you.
If you know Azorius Charm, it's basically the most important, put attacking or blocking creature on top of
The reason
library of
Azorius Charm was played.
But it also, instead of like drawing a card like it did, it makes a 4/4 creature. So it still has value in control matchups and that kind of stuff. So let's put it there for now. Another Orzhov Guildgate, which I needed. Smelt Ward.
Return
Good.
slash white.
Yeah, I've got some good white-black cards that I'm probably gonna try to play. Rally the Battle is, it's a thing you can do. Now, here it is. What card do I want?
Another Rakdos.
What else?
Foil Rakdos.
Okay, so I have to get both of them? Get to the Point is actually pretty nice to have. A lot of the best removal is multicolored.
Yeah. Doesn't mean you can't splash it though. You just need to make sure you can actually play it.
Tome of the Guild Pact is mediocre in what I'm trying to build. It's great kind of build around style, but it's also really slow. It's great in like Commander, I think. Because it either adds a mana and whenever you cast a multicolor spell, draw a card. So I'd have to have a ton of them and want the ramp and be able to willing to pay 5 before I get it. So I'm not a huge fan of it. G Colossus, it's kind of solid. Rakdos Trumpeter is nice. Aeromunculus. I thought Mockery is a sideboard card, I believe.
What does it do?
It's put a target creature card from an opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It's +2/+7 haste until end of turn. Then sack it at the beginning of your end step, the next end step.
Okay, so you gotta hit in with one of your opponent's best creatures in their graveyard.
Yeah,
But-
so it's kind of a removal spell as well because it's an instant.
Oh, you steal the creature and then sack it.
You
Okay.
steal it from their graveyard.
From their graveyard.
So you trade with one of theirs if they attack you,
Okay.
or you save it to attack them. So it could be better than I'm giving it credit for.
Yeah.
But
You just need to hope your opponent has something good in their graveyard.
yeah, which is where it gets a little dicey. I'm definitely not playing green. My guild gates are lining up. Oh, I got 3 on color ones, and then I'm missing one. Did I open all my packs? Yeah.
Open
Oh yeah, duh.
one
I opened the
Simic card,
Rakdos
one
one.
Azorius card.
One total.
Yeah.
Yeah, I opened a couple of Azorius, a couple Simics, and one
Yeah,
Gruul.
only the one Gruul go okay. And then one of each of these and 2 Azorius. So, I don't know. Splashing might be hard, but I am in green.
Splashing is, yeah, and you didn't get any of the other lands that help.
No, I only got Guild Gates as far as lanes are
Yeah.
concerned.
Yeah. So this and this are both like pretty decent splashes, as long as I've got one more somewhere.
Yeah. So, looking at the colors I'm running, the best
First I'm gonna
easiest
look
splashes to do would be either Rakdos or Simic,
For power.
because they're right next to the
Yeah.
green and red.
You don't want to double splash,
Yeah.
which is like if 2 of them don't match.
But I don't think I have anything too exciting in blue.
My black, like I had a final payment along with double grasping troll, which seems pretty nice. That's why I was thinking about splashing. I don't. The rest of the white included like cards that I'm like super happy to splash. None, but those like are pretty solid ones that I was mentioning. I'm gonna start by just putting out a first the multicolor stuff because get to the point's great. Rakdos Roustabout basically has afflict, but it
When
can
it's
also
blocked,
target.
it deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. It's attacked. So I can hit
Yeah.
planeswalkers.
Yeah, it's like afflict, but not quite.
Yeah.
Rakdos Firewheeler is just an amazing card if you can play it. Rakdos is Rakdos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even need to build your deck with a bunch of imps and demons and stuff. Just a 6-mana 6/6 flying trample that wipes half the board.
As long as you're not like super ahead and don't accidentally screw yourself.
Yeah, just
Carnival is a nice way to just turn it on while also being able to make them discard 2 while dealing them damage. So Carnival Carnage, I mean, there's the guild gate I was talking about.
doesn't look like I have anything too exciting that I want to splash. So I think I'll just stick to the green-red for consistency.
I'm going to start by building just a pure Dead Revels. We'll see. I think I'm probably way too high on that card. Clear the stage requires a lot.
Is that the kill spell?
4 colors. Yeah, it's the -3/-3, but if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you may return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand.
It's a 5-mana kill spell.
And I've got a couple of 4s already, so I'm going to consider it. What I've heard, yeah. I've been very happy with Plague White if you're aggressive. I don't think I'm going to want Cry for the Carnarium, which gives everything
It's just a small sweeper. It's just definitely a sideboard card, though.
I wish I had more Blade Jugglers, because I love that card.
Yeah. 5 mana, 3/2. Well, you want to cast it for Spectre both costs.
3 mana. If you cast it for Spectacle, it's better. Phyrexian Rager is the old card that I think of.
Yeah, because that was a 2/2. This one's a 3/2. But you need to have consistent way to enable Spectacle in order to make it good.
Yeah, which if you're the kind of deck.
Well, it always does the 1 damage and draws a card, so it's not terrible because it always will replace itself.
I will always be playing these two. My
Just a 3 mana Lightning Bolt is playable and limited.
I'm not a huge fan of most of my red, to be honest. Like, I'm not a big fan of just a 2/2 do nothing. 2/1 that can sometimes do stuff is playable though.
This guy's a 3 mana 3/3, so he's
It can't be blocked by
blocked
creature tokens.
creature
It's
tokens
actually
as well.
pretty important in this format.
Yeah, with all the afterlife creatures running around.
Yeah.
This guy is a 2 mana 3/3, or a 2 mana 2/2 with haste, but normally he's a 2 mana 3/3, and that's really above the curve and limited.
Awesome. Makes me think of Kali Conclave from Selesnya last time we came here.
Or Watchwolf from original Ravnica.
That was before my time.
So all of my Gruul multicolored cards seem pretty playable. They're multicolored though, so I have to make sure I'm able to get the mana I need.
But if you're going 2 color, it's not that bad.
If I'm only 2 colors, I shouldn't have a problem.
The hard one is the 2 of each, like Fire Wheeler here.
Yeah, because unless you have a bunch of guild gates, it can be hard to play those on curve.
Yeah, but like the Fire Wheeler's still fine on turn 5 because it.
Yeah, most of them are fine on turn 5.
Yeah.
Or beyond that, because they're all very above curve because they have such a restricted mana cost. So this is a 2 mana 2/2 that can get +1/+1 in vigilance when I play a big creature. 2 drops are always necessary and limited. These are definitely sideboard cards.
Super long flavor text, super cool. It's Catacomb Crocodile. Because it's so long, I'm not going to read it to you. But it's a whole story about sewers and how crocodiles just eat everything.
So, biogenic upgrades of weird cards. 6 mana sorcery. Distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures, then double the number of +1/+1 counters on each of those creatures. So, at least it's +6/+6, and you can distribute that in increments of +2/+2. Certainly no overrun, but since it's permanent, it is definitely a consideration.
May I?
Yeah. Got a bunch of these Sagittarius.
It's not just that, but yeah, it can get way better.
Yeah,
You already
especially with Riot and Simic cards that have Adapt, you can add a lot more than just the 6 power and toughness.
I
Open the Gates is good if you're splashing, but it is not amazing if you're only in 2 colors.
Which one?
Tutor,
Open
a
the Gates,
basic
yeah.
land, or a gate card.
I'd still. Yeah, no, it's because it doesn't have an extra effect like
a Tune with Aether,
Tune
or
with Aether
Flower
or
Flourish.
Flower Flourish.
Flower Flourish is amazing because it just replaces the land and then is its own mini overrun late in the game, so it's always relevant.
If you're splashing, you always play it though.
Yeah.
And you're base green in some way. You always play it.
So this guy's a 2 mana 2/2.
The first one at least.
Yeah.
Forgotten Inheritance is an interesting idea.
This guy's just a 4 mana 3/4. I don't think I want to play Wilderness Reclamation since it doesn't really do anything without other cards, and I don't have a lot of instants.
It's a great card though.
Yeah.
For constructed.
A lot of people have been hyping it. It's the second coming of what's it called? Seedborn Muse.
Prophet of
only
Prefix is another one. Some people.
Except
may
it only
know.
untaps your lands. Definitely will see play in Commander.
Here's what I'm thinking is if I splash these off of 2 of this and like 1 planes, might be possible. Might not be that bad, to be honest. But do I need to? Is the question.
Steeple Creeper without blue mana is just a 3 mana 4/2. So
good.
yeah, 3 mana 4/2s are playable, but I might have better cards for that slot.
I'd be very likely to play it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about playing Rebel Slinger, which is a gruel card, but it's 2 in red or green. So for me, it's 2 in a red for a 2/3 reach. Just because 2/3s seem very good and solid in this format.
Just having ways to deal with flyers is always helpful,
especially with the 1/1 tokens going around. And I have no flyers because Raptor Demon is not a flyer. It's another reason I might play the. I kind of want to splash these crafting thralls.
Did you guys have?
I do not have sleep. Thank you, Lotus Box. Team Lotus Box.
Yeah, dude.
They have had some really sweet streams that I've watched when I was trying to learn humans, especially way back.
Yeah, they were just here a few weeks ago, right before SCG Columbus.
Yeah, I missed it, but I ran into them the next day, or 2 days later, after I scrubbed out of day 1.
Yeah.
Did you make it out?
Yeah, I went to the SCG Columbus. I was playing Abzan Collecting Company, and my deck did not like me.
Yeah.
Basically, I never drew my collecting companies, and one time I did. I was comboing off with infinite mana. I had 2 collecting companies and an Eternal Witness, and I could not win the game because all I hit was Mana Dorks and Kitchen Finks against an affinity deck that had me on the ropes. So Gates Ablaze, X damage to each creature, where X is the number of gates you control. I'm only going to be playing 1 gate, so that's not really worth it.
I don't think I'd even... Cheap removal is actually, yet again, much like last set, Guilds of Ravnica, kind of at a premium. A lot of it's very expensive or very costly in some way. But, so I might play it with 4. I think you'd want 5 before you'd be happy.
Yeah. Again, this is a better card that gets better in draft where you can just play the all gates deck and have fun.
And constructed, I've been hearing rumblings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, gates ramp.
What's the payoff in a deck like that?
Yu-Gi-Oh was well, you've got Guild Summit to just draw cards all the time. You've got traditional ramp. Circuitous Route gets gates. It's explosive vegetation, but for gates as well.
Yeah, you can get basics and gates, so it's just better than explosive vegetation.
Yeah, I need to get one of those.
But anything past that, you're in bonus territory.
I didn't really open any mana dorks, so it might be hard for me to ramp out to expensive creatures, but 6 is not that hard to reach. I just don't want to play too many 6-drops or 5-drops. Maybe 1 card beyond that, but
yeah. I'm not sure if I'm even going to play these Grasping Thralls the more I think about it.
So what is this Flames of the Raised board do? 6 mana instant, 4 damage to target creature and opponent controls, then 2 damage to each other creature that player controls if you control a creature with power 4 or greater.
So
that seems pretty good.
It's really good if you can turn it on.
Yeah, it just as a 6 mana deal 4 damage is not really worth it.
You don't really want it, but you might play it sometimes.
Yeah, as a removal spell, but if you have enough big creatures, it also can wipe away all their small things, and that's pretty relevant.
I think I'm going to play Storm Strike, +1/+0 and first strike, and then scry 1.
Yeah.
The first strike is actually pretty important.
Yep.
On trades,
all of
and the
those.
scry one's just enough upside. The other thing I was considering playing was Burn Bright, and I might still play that. I'm thinking I'm just going to play one of the Spewers.
I don't have any real spectacle enablers, so I won't be playing Spears. I don't think. Particularly needed. War Clan Wrecker is interesting. 4 mana 2/2 with Riot and Menace. So 4 mana 3/3 with Menace. If that's playable, then this is perfectly fine because then you can also make it as a 2/2 with haste.
I don't think I'm going to play it. Which one?
The Gore Clan Wrecker.
The Menace.
4 mana 2/2 Riot Menace. I think it's fine because Menace is pretty good.
I played it and was happy with it in a Rakdos deck.
Yeah.
It's really how important is the Menace, how important is getting through, and it's still too early in the format for me to know what size matters the most in creatures.
Yeah.
Like there's some formats like Dominaria where 2/3s matter.
Mm-hmm.
Where suddenly Tolarian Scholar is a playable card.
Yep, it all depends on the format.
Just a 3-mana 2/3.
What kind of removal is running around, spurn spells, what creatures are often showing up.
Getting to show off my devotion to our great guild leader, to some other Rakdos neophytes.
How many demons, devils, and imps are you playing?
I actually have not even looked. One.
Just one?
Well, that's so
Oh,
far.
you're counting. Okay.
I'm going to count out loud. Yeah, one.
All right.
Got the one.
But yeah, he is in himself a demon, so
Okay, I
he
have
will,
to.
he
I could
will
play
never
cat.
kill himself.
I wish I could cat travel.
Yeah. Probably not as good as it would be in Amonkhet Limited, or Hour of Devastation Limited, rather.
I mean, you wouldn't be playing red that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back through my cards. I don't think I want the Catacomb Crocodile, but it seems impossible to kill.
5 mana, 3/7.
Yeah, but I'm not a slow deck.
Yeah, you want to be more aggressive, so that doesn't
Debtor's
really help you
Transport
at
is too
all.
expensive. I have no 5-drops, except I do have a Blade Juggler, but it's
You don't
Blade
want to be
Juggler's
playing
half
it
and
as
half.
5 mana. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Although, not having 5-drop, you do have the
I've got removal.
sorceries.
I've got 3 removal spells. I'd love to find another big thing I could be playing. Because I'd like to be able to turn on the second half of Clear the Stage more, but I don't think it's that crucial.
This is just kind of a general if you are parked over by the Dairy Queen, you might want to move your car because they are really weird. There's the spots that are specifically saying that they kill people.
22,
And
23.
it's crazy. So
I always try to go on 2 pure lands, and I kind of want to go to 16, but I should probably stay on 17.
You do have 6 drops and 5 drops.
I've got 1 6-drop, 5-drop.
Are they really going to tow us at 1 in the morning?
So, right now I've got 24 cards. I'm not counting these right now.
You might want to move your car.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Can I look at your
6,
card?
But literally anywhere else is fine.
I love your
Just
card.
not the areas with the Dairy Queen
So I
side.
have 24 cards. Probably don't
you're
use
just saying
this. 7 mana, 6/6 right trample. I mean, if I get to it, it's fine, but I need to actually get there. If I do play more of a higher curve, I probably want to play their lockets just as ramp. And they do function as card draw once you get later in the game.
Because you've got such a nice aggressive land, I don't think you need it.
Yeah, I have
And
enough
that way you don't
2
have to play
drops
one
and
of these?
3 drops that it should be fine.
I don't think you want to play one of these either.
Yeah, I don't plan on playing them.
Like, your top end here is solid with all this. You've got plenty of things to do. You don't have as much adapt as a Simic deck might.
Yeah, I think I just have the one Soarform hybrid.
Do you have a Simic Guildgate?
I do have one, so I could play that just to turn on Steeple Creeper every so often.
I'm close to kind of wanting to do that.
I also have a Rakdos Gate for Rixmati Reveler, because it's a black-red for a spectral cost, but putting too many guild gates into an aggressive deck isn't really what I want to be doing.
Yeah, I'd play one of them, probably.
Well, if I do want to throw in some blue, I have the Aeromunculus. That does require me to have blue
You don't.
played.
When I'm thinking about splashing blue, I like to have it either on a removal spell, this Great Lake Game, or expensive cards, which is why I was considering 2 5-drops and a removal spell.
Yeah, because late in the game you should be able to find the splash color, but on a 3-drop that's just a good value creature, you probably don't need it.
Yeah. I feel like I'm like 1 card short of where I want to be, but I don't know what that 1 card is. Maybe I want a second Marble Slinger, to be honest.
I do want to play blue. Blue typically doesn't have very amazing removal. I should probably.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Having the one extra land that comes into play tapped shouldn't make too much of a difference. Question is, would I rather want the Rakdos Gate or the Simic Guild? I could play both if I really wanted to, but if I want to keep on curve,
It's better to only play one.
and they're very situational, because I only have the one card that would need the mana.
Yeah, if you had
anyways.
2, I'd maybe because you have 1, you play neither. But if you had 2, I would.
2 of 1.
Yeah, if you had 2, like 2 of this or 2 of that,
Yeah.
I'd be down to do it. But
Let's see if I have any black cards.
And you don't have any of the half cards that would make you want to splash it. Like, say I was playing Orzhov and I had a Warrant Warden.
Yeah.
I had an Azorius Guild Gate. I would almost certainly want to play it just so I could have the opportunity to cast that half.
Yeah, because if you can cast the hybrid half and the hybrid half by itself is good enough, then the other side is typically better. So black options, nothing too amazing. Just some average things. Some double black cards I don't particularly want to play if I'm just splashing it.
Yeah.
There's a Blade Juggler, but if I'm splashing for it, it gets
No, you don't
worse.
want that.
Yeah.
It's not good enough just for splash.
So,
I'm gonna start sleeving.
yeah. I think I'll be fine without running the extra go gates for
I
the
agree.
occasional maybe getting it when I have both of them out, but okay, how many cards is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is 23. What creatures aren't I playing? I could play another 2-drop if I wanted to. 2-drops are usually the most important on the curve in limited 2s and 3s.
Yeah, which is why I'm playing the extra Rebel Slinger, I'm pretty sure. I'm debating if I want to play one less land and play Ill-Gotten Inheritance, or if I 16 lands in Ill-Gotten, but I don't think I should. But at the same time, I have no high stuff outside of the removals to track those. I normally play 2 few lands, so I'm not going to play it. I think Undercity Scavenger, I want to try it. I'm not sure exactly how good it's going to be. I wish I had multiple of the Goblin Maker to make it better.
Yeah, I probably want to be running 17 lands so I can make sure I hit my 6 drops.
Oh, you definitely do, yeah.
And
Because you have multiple 6 drops.
oh yeah.
I will also be doing it. That's what you normally do.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I just found something
So
sweet.
I have 23 cards, so I just need 17 lands at this point. One of which will be a Gruul Guildgate. Let's see what my color split.
Are you going to brew any standard in any format?
Haven't been really keeping up with standard, but modern is the ever-present brewing of 7-land Charbelcher.
Yep.
Is an amazing deck.
My great story. It's also the source of my great story for how I beat a modern deck with the standard deck.
Yeah.
Right before the standard deck got banned, sure. But still.
So it looks like I have more red than I do green, but I do want to keep a somewhat even amount between the two. Since
You got Thunder. Do you have Thunder? No.
No. I do have.
Have you counted the actual sources?
No.
I find myself often, if it's a double cost, I want to count it as like 1.5 at least to 2. Like it matters more if you need the double,
So I have like 17 red and 15 green, I think is what I counted.
including a double. So like,
But the double is a 6-drop. By that point, oh yeah.
So like
all the
9
doubles are 6 drops.
9-7 probably.
Yeah.
9-7 split. I'm not playing that. I don't think. Right. One,
So
two,
my curve will probably help me figure it out as well. Because if I have more lower end red and higher end green, that will point to me wanting to play more red.
Actually, I kind of want to play Burn Bright now.
I do have another 2-drop. The Feral Maca if I want to try to go more red than green, or if it's easier to play red cards. But in general, it's just worse than all my other 2-drops. Although,
I wouldn't play it.
yeah. Because I have enough 2-drops as is. So this guy is a 2-mana, 2/1. I can pay 3 and sack it to gain control of target creature with power 3 or less till end of turn. Untap it, gains haste. So that guy's interesting. And it can definitely help in late game if they don't have too many creatures, and I can just steal one of theirs to essentially get rid of one of their blockers. But I don't know. Never played with it before. Seems fun. run is always the most important thing.
I don't think Burn Bright is quite good enough in my deck. Really close. I like playing at least one trick minimum in this kind of deck,
Instant speed tricks are always
which
good
is why
to
I'm playing the
have.
first strike one.
As soon as your opponent sees one, they should be thinking about what other ones that you might have.
Because I'm a beatdown deck, I kind of want, like, if I went more aggressive and like played these 3 cards, then I would be playing the +2/+out thing.
At this point, you should have a general idea
So-
of what spells you're playing.
At this point, with 60 more lands, I can either
probably
do
have,
an
like,
8-8 split of 8 forests and 8 mountains, or favor one over the other with 9 and 7. I think I might just run an
Make
8.
sure you try to pick
Yeah,
up
not bad.
basic lands
Yeah,
in the future.
it should be fine. So I
When
will
you're
go
all
crabs.
up here trying to get basic
And I, with 2 Bill Gates, get my choice between what I want to get 8 of and what I want to get 7 of. And
diamond tap for each.
I'm going to lean towards red a little bit.
No? Okay, cool. Anyway, you guys have about 13 minutes now. Just be kinda like the
Did grab an extra of each just in case I want to switch middle of sideway or something.
Hey, can I trade you mountains, maybe?
Yeah, what kind of mountain do you have?
Well, I need to figure that out. So. Let's see which ones you grab.
Got those and this Ixalan.
Okay, none of them are Ravnica related. If I have some free time, I always like to try to get stuff to mostly match or partially match. That's just me. These also do not look like they're real.
It does give you.
Doesn't this look like a fake mountain? This is a fake mountain, isn't it?
Yeah, might have been something up with the printer, but
It doesn't look. The text just looks so off.
yeah. Well, you can always do the light test.
What's that?
Well, if you get some kind of a light, magic cards always look a certain way when you shine light through them. And you kind of see the blue glue that holds them together. So if you know real card, then you get something else. These look real. They just the ink bled through. They use a little bit too much black ink.
It's smaller too, which is what threw me
Yeah.
off. I'm gonna double check with our judge.
Judge, are these real?
No. Where did these come from?
Judge says no. They came from the land
The
station.
land station.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
And they feel weirdly. Are these like small?
The print is small.
Yeah. They looked fine on the light test.
Give me a mountain.
A fake one?
No, like a normal one.
I'll get one from one of my decks.
Wow, that's just weird.
Yeah.
Do we have one of this art somewhere?
It's
No.
a bunch of spires.
No.
Oh yeah, that one. That one. Back up. This one.
It's,
I'm close to one.
That's weird.
can I play them?
No, these are probably real. They're just
Yeah.
weird.
Can I play them?
Yeah, sure. I don't care. It's your
It might
life.
have been printed on at a
Yeah.
different facility or something, but
Sheriff Miller, everybody. Do I know why I said his name twice?
always important. If you think in a trade that you're getting some weird looking cards, make sure they're real before you trade them.
Yes. I second that idea.
You know, I have been burned a few times because I didn't check, and they were fake cards, and I was sad.
I never have. But I have been sad before.
I, as a rule of thumb, I never purchase cards online.
Yep.
Because every time I purchase cards online, something stupid happens.
I bought, back when I was starting, some Master of Waves on eBay in foreign language, and they didn't come for about a year. And a year later
Really?
they came, but he'd already reimbursed me for it, so it was weird.
Yeah. You know, at that point, you don't really need them anymore.
Yeah. Well, I put them in Modern Fish, yeah. So now I've just had those in my trade binder for forever.
I live like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna find it.
I live that close to game days.
Oh, I am gonna find better basics. What am I talking about?
I was going to do midnight. Oh, this is just straight up. This being said, I bought my box off of and not the 100. I cannot imagine
I do have to be careful with this Smelt Ward Ignis because its effect doesn't come up too often and it only has 1 toughness, and with all the afterlife creatures running around, leaving behind 1/1s, 1 toughness isn't really where you want to be, but
The difference is Plague White doesn't care.
yeah.
There is a great combination. There's a card that gives Death Touch to a creature and also a card that does what Goblin Channelwhirler does, and that combination limited seems amazing.
Yeah. 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. With Death Touch means you have a 1-sided board.
Make sure they don't kill it.
This is actually the card that I really wanted to open.
Which one?
The Ravager Worm.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Yep. That's the reason I decided to play Gruul for this pre-release. It is a monster.
I'm glad you got it. You know what card I really wanted to open?
Rakdos?
I have no idea, but
Yeah.
Rakdos seems pretty sweet.
Shocklands are always good to open, especially if you're playing any constructed format, modern,
that
standard.
has them.
Yeah. Legacy kind of plays them, but
Not Pauper, though.
yeah. Legacy only plays them if you're on a budget and don't want to shell out for actual duels,
Or you're playing Death Shadow.
or if you're playing Death Shadow, where you actively want to lower your life total.
So, how'd you do?
Very, very low of the curve. I got
I'm
Rich
jealous.
Mighty Red.
Hey, so did one of us.
It's my promo.
It was not mine, and I was not the one who got
I
it.
opened the Rich Smarty Reveler, and I'm not even playing black. I'm just playing it as a 2-mana 2/2.
I opened a Hydro Crisis, but I can't play it.
Ooh, that card I might want to play, in standard.
That's the other card.
Reclamation, Wilderness Reclamation. So if you don't get rid of it, I might want to borrow it next week. But I lost count. Oh yeah, they gave us 40 sleeves.
Yep, it was exactly the 40 sleeves that we got.
So, you are not being played. You are.
Maybe a new entry to your photo too.
Cult Guildmate isn't quite there. But
Not
thank you
quite
for
there?
thinking. Thank you for thinking about that.
Alright, we
We'll
have
trade off.
6.5 minutes left.
The lantern. Oh, you've got your sweet land. See, he brings sweet lands.
Full art and foils.
Skewer the critic. Footlight Fiend I like a lot. Acrobat's sweet. Oh, your deck seems better than mine already. Splashing Frenzied Errands.
I have 3 green sources for doubled arrows. I don't know if that's enough.
I was considering off a 2, trying to splash some 2 and maybe a
I think
plane.
the card is so good.
It is, yeah. We already mentioned that. I think this card is great. Blade Juggler. I think that card's just
So good.
like just so good. It's a what form? What?
I need
It's a common. Yeah, it's just. I love that card.
I think it's such
Can I see the rest that you opened?
Here's the other stuff that's in my colors and stuff. Get the other stuff in the box.
I'm going my rare.
Dead rare.
Oh, I got a dead rare too. Hey, that card seems sweet.
Does it?
It seems sweet. I think it's good.
There's other cards in my colors. My box has one. Originally I didn't have the Gruul stuff in there, and I played both of these. And
Not bad. I like that too.
it depends. And that was the locket.
I think this is playable.
It depends. I don't know. I don't know.
What other
about the-
removal do you have?
I have the Magma Spread too. I have a Skewer the Critics, and that's it.
I kind of would want to play it if you're playing the Erranxes.
Yeah.
Did you get anything else sweet? Nothing else?
Nothing else that's really like blowing my mind now.
I got these 3.
I think that card's really good.
What should I cut for it? Because I want to play it.
Do you have any of those Goblin Makers?
No,
Because
I
that's
have
the reason
one.
I had one in my
I
deck.
have one. If I had 2, I'd probably play them. Instead, I'm playing double Rebel Slinger. Where should I cut?
It's very close, but I can't choose a card.
You guys still build?
Your sleeves are so slippery. Sorry.
What have you done? These premium Team Lotus Box sleeves.
Are super slick.
Super slick. For
The way I like my sleeves.
for easy shuffle gliding. How do they shuffle? I haven't
How do they shuffle?
Shuffle pretty well.
Do anything good?
They do get stuck a little bit.
Yeah, the corners aren't very
No, I was in Orzhov, so
You're still on
Esper.
Once they're all together, they slide pretty well.
The
That
double
is
white, double
really
black
smooth.
wrap.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice promo to get.
Alright, are you guys done building?
Yeah, I'm done.
So, too.
Forrest, are you done building?